on the YouTube video for the Jason Whitlock thing, someone commented and was like, "What is this? The beta male version of The View?"
I'll smack that nigga in his face. Who said that?
I don't know.
The beta male version of.
Yo,
The show's mad funny.
The comments be funny as shit.
I'll smack the nigga with my penis. I don't even care. Yeah, now ask him how The View is then.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I'm so cold-blooded. I fear nobody, I fear nobody. I walk like a champion.
What's going on, everybody? This is episode 60 of the Saratobi Sports Podcast. Doing the intro today is the one and only, the lovable JT, just in transition, just in thought, just on his goddamn phone. And to my right, a man that needs no introduction, standing at a scintillating 6'2", out of Temple, it's John. How's it going, John?
Hey, I'm good. I appreciate you. You did that. NBA gave me an inch on the height thing. But,
We're all about.
all right, listen.
We're all about giving inches here.
Big up
Hey,
yourself.
yo, I might have one.
Mhm.
Might have one.
All right, you gonna share it with us?
Celine Dijon.
Celine Dijon.
I'd rather Dijon mustard, but
Ooh, but yeah,
There you go.
Celine Dijon is tough though.
Celine Dijon is tough, though. I will not lie. And to my far right,
Doom, 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 doom.
a 5'11" Kappa out of Temple. He walks with a cane, not because he needs to, but because he has to. The Baron of bitches, Miles Wilson.
Hi, Mina. 拍手拍手.
How's it going, Miles?
Living the dream, here in Regrown Studios, with my boys, about to talk a lot of sports today. We got a jam-packed show for y'all today. Oh, my goodness. But yes, hope y'all staying safe out here on these streets, social distancing as always. And yeah.
Very nice, very nice. And to my far right,
The furthest of
the
right.
furthest of rights,
The right.
the far right, but that does not mean what you think it means.
Hey.
The resident white guy,
I'm switching sides.
the sound man extraordinaire. It's Matt.
Hello.
How's it
How's
going?
it going? Good. We thought we had them in the first half, but they came back strong, and we're just gonna focus on next week.
I like it.
Nice,
I like it.
nice.
Matt came
Late-
back strong this week.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Saratobi Sports Podcast lineup. That was fun. You know what? I'm good at this. I knew I was, but John, I'm coming for that spot. You know how they say that you don't lose your starting job due to injury? Well, John, you might lose it to injury.
Listen, less work for me.
Healthy scratch.
That being
Call me
said,
Udonis Haslam in this bitch. You Udonis Haslam?
You Jonas Haslam. Wow. I might like that.
hit the bomb. Hit the bomb.
Wrong one.
Oh, man.
I am Udonis.
Y'all gotta,
You
y'all
lost
gotta
it.
leave,
You're
y'all,
done.
y'all gotta
No.
leave me to the button pushing.
Yeah,
man.
you lost. Damn it, John.
It's all right.
Damn it. All right. Well,
Not a strong showing.
no, not a strong showing. It's not
Gotta
a
get
not a
back into
strong first 4 minutes. So, as Miles said, yeah, we got a jam-packed show. This is probably the best time. You remember how we said that it was the best time, like maybe a month ago when all the sports were starting up? This might be the best time because now it's all the playoffs.
Yes.
Aside from NFL, which we'll get to later, every regular
Which is
season.
still fun.
Yeah.
'Cause the team's pretty well balanced.
Yeah. NHL playoffs, well, just ended. Shout out the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Fuck them. They beat my Islanders.
Yikes.
But yeah.
Your
nah,
Islanders is
Hey,
hilarious.
yikes.
Yeah, I know my
Second
Islanders.
second Stanley Cup in franchise history.
After
so-
getting swept last year too.
Yeah.
So I heard.
Apparently
Yeah,
their coach used to play attack at Hofstra.
Yeah, he did.
really.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Strong Island, baby.
All right. And shout out to them. NBA playoffs, which we'll get into a little bit later.
Finals.
NBA finals.
Yes.
A lot of stuff to talk about there. But we started off with the great American sport. Baseballs.
You talking about America's pastime?
America's pastime.
Wow.
Past.
Past.
Because it
time.
passed its time.
Oh, now that's a bar. Now that's a time for the funk joint. No.
Now
See,
listen.
but you know.
That's called motherfucking bars,
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah. Yes.
Look, man. I'm just on it. But yeah, Baseball playoffs finally start. I mean, 2 months ago we didn't even think we'd have a baseball season.
Shit, 2 months ago I didn't think we were going to have a baseball, fucking football, basketball. I didn't think listen, I said on here that we wasn't getting sports, and look at that.
I was literally talking about. I was like, damn, they really like baseball. It was like they had that outbreak in the beginning, and they were all like, shit, they really might cancel the season. We got to chill.
The irony of the outbreak is it came from the Miami Marlins, and look at that. The Marlins are going to the postseason.
And then think about this. The Cardinals, who didn't play for a whole 2 weeks, found a way to fit 60 games into their season.
Yep.
So I guess I got to give credit where credit is due to the MLB.
It's another reason why there's too many games in baseball.
There are. I would like to see the season shortened down to maybe 145.
But you know what?
I always say it. If you can play 2 full games for the bubble, I mean, not for the bubble, but for the pandemic short season, they did 7 innings. If you can play 2 games in one day, there's too many games.
I hope they don't do 7-inning doubleheaders going forward.
I like it. I gotta disagree. I like the 7-inning doubleheaders.
I don't like it.
It quickens it up.
It quickens it up, but it don't do it for me, yo. It don't do it for me. I feel like if it's a scheduled doubleheader, maybe, but I'm talking about like in an actual season, I don't know.
Well, there are no scheduled doubleheaders.
Well, there's no scheduled doubleheaders. I'm saying if they were to schedule doubleheaders going forward, if they did 7 innings, I'm like, I guess.
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna skew because it's like, all right, he got a complete game. It's like, but
yeah, because that's a problem. They already said that they're not gonna recognize a perfect game or a no hitter if they throw it in like a 7-inning game. So imagine you got your best stuff right in one of those games, and then.
I mean,
they just like
and the game isn't close,
right? A complete game with no hits, no walks.
But it's the same. Like it would be the same as if it was a rain shortened game. If I'm throwing a perfect game through 7 innings,
how often does that happen though?
But the difference is that you can't like the rain is something that is like, oh, it might be bad, it might not come at all. Where it's like you're just going, all right, well.
But I'm saying, what's the difference between a rain shortened perfect game and that goes 7 innings and a perfect game that is just 7 innings because
the 7 innings, the 7-inning doubleheader is planned. You know about it in advance.
But But will it still be counted though? If I'm throwing a perfect game through 7 innings, they're just going to say, "Oh, well, he gets the win." Like, how do you categorize that?
That's exactly what happens.
They don't give it.
They don't.
It wasn't a full game.
Yeah, it's not a full game. That's really more so. I'm thinking about it from the player's perspective. But
accolades are over it anyway.
Yeah, but by the time y'all hearing this, we'll have seen hopefully a great pitching matchup between a Triple Crown winner Shane Bieber versus my boy Garrett Cole. But it's gonna be interesting, bro, because I feel like everybody's kind of sleeping on the Yankees, which I feel like is justified.
Yeah. Aaron Granderson.
Like 2 weeks ago, I would have been like, yeah, I don't know why people were sleeping. But after this past week, I'm like, yeah, the Sandmans are coming.
Yeah, man. And I'm about to say, it's like in a 3-game series, anything can happen. I don't think anybody is supremely favored over anybody. Maybe the Rays over the Blue Jays, but it's gonna be interesting to see.
The Blue Jays offense gets high. You never know.
Like, you're right. Bo Bichette, Guerrero, and Biggio.
Yeah,
that's a scary lineup, right?
But that's what I'm saying. It's a 3-game series. Literally anything can happen. You telling me the Yankees can't win 2 games against the Indians? But then on the other hand, it's just like the
Indians can't win 2 games against the Yankees,
exactly.
Especially at home with the Cy Young, the guy that's supposed to win the Cy Young.
Yeah,
he's going
to home.
Yeah,
neutral site.
No. Wild card is at home. Wild card is at home. But
the Yankees, I mean, it's not like the Yankees have never been to Cleveland in the postseason before. They beat
the Indians. They beat the Indians.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
They're used to playing at a Progressive Field.
This is the scary part. Just because of what we all know went down in 2017 when we were down in those games, we came back. They didn't forget that. So yeah, I think it's
shout out to Didi.
Yeah, that's shout out to Didi. So I think Terry Francona is probably still a little bit bitter about what went down on during those years. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited. I'll take Garrett Cole on the mound game 1 versus anybody, and then playoff Massa in game 2. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a very interesting series. I think, but hopefully we win.
Yeah, like the reason I'm excited is just because like I told you guys earlier, this is the first time in like it feels like forever that we've had a real ace starting for us in the playoffs.
For the first time in
Thank
forever.
You. Yeah, so
JT did a line before he came into the studio today, you guys.
He did it off of Matt. I'm not gonna say where, but just it was off of Matt.
Oh, that's a callback.
Wow.
Look at you.
Yeah, he definitely listens to this podcast.
He does. He listens.
But yeah, I mean, it's just I'm excited for this playoff baseball because like when we're on, we're arguably the best team in baseball.
I agree.
It's just that we had like the shittiest end, like we've been saying it repeatedly. After we were doing terrible, It's the only thing that matters is how you go into the playoffs. And we went. At least we won the last game, right?
Yeah, man.
Yankees are like,
It's just we're gonna see who's gonna come in. Honestly, I'm glad that Gary's not there.
Yeah, Gary's not starting game 1. So
well, they said he'd be ready. Boone said he was to be ready. So I would expect
Is Clint starting?
Clint starting.
Okay, good.
Clint's
And
starting.
left?
Yes.
Perfect.
So I'd expect Gary. Honestly, I'd expect Gary to come in like the 6th or the 7th inning,
He needs
unless Cole was pitching like a perfect game.
Yes.
or Higgy is just crushing.
Depends. I mean, he's been hitting.
I feel like he always has a stretch where he just like
Yes.
crushes.
And that's the thing. It's like it's the playoffs. You got to go with the hot hand. You can't afford to not have bats in the lineup because pitching is automatically somehow is just so much better, so much hard to get hits. And Gary, he was coming on at the end of the season. I definitely give him that. But Higgy was also playing very well.
I think the thing is, I remember hearing this conversation before with like playoffs and especially with aces, is that they'll tend to give up home runs because I remember hearing I think it was David Cohn talking about it. And they're like they'll give up home runs because they're so confident in their stuff that they'll just be like my pitching is better than your hitting. So that's why they'll probably still have low ERAs, but they'll give up a couple home runs here and there.
Yep.
And I mean, we're going against Shane Bieber. We're going against, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like this is the type of lineup that you want. You want, especially in like a 3-game series, you want someone who can just do some damage because as we saw, us getting on base, hasn't been leading to too much. I feel like we've left so many people on. So
honestly, Yankees bias aside, just looking at all the matchups, I think this is probably the most interesting series from like a baseball fan perspective. I think because you got the big names, you got the great pitching, you got the storylines. It's like I think overall we're gonna. It's interesting, man. Like
baseball fun again.
Yeah, 16 teams in the playoffs is absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, listen, it's 2020. 2020 has been a year. But yeah, I in terms of baseball though, like in the Yankees, that's really all I have. I mean, damn Mets fans, sorry I didn't make it, but
Porter Grom.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't say Porter Grom because he chose to stay.
Yeah.
He could have came to the other side of New York, but
interesting to see what their pitching rotation is like. I don't know if Stroman. I don't know if they bring back Stroman, and I don't know if Stroman wants to be back.
Yeah.
We already know what Cespedes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Cespedes is out of
Dunzo.
Oh, he finally said why he did it.
Oh
recently.
Yeah, what'd he say?
He was like, he didn't want to just DH, and he's like, he felt like they were limiting like his playing time so that he wouldn't get his incentives in his contract. I didn't want to DH.
Whatever.
Bro, DH is like the greatest. It's arguably probably one of the best positions in sports outside of backup quarterback. Like you literally just have to. You come to the ballpark and your job is literally just to go up and hit, which is the most fun part of baseball.
Yeah.
True. How could you not like that?
True.
And I'm interested to know what his incentives for a 60-game season would have been. Like how, like
his contract was
is enforced.
Yeah, his contract.
So they might have just been like, "Hey, this is still technically a season.
Yeah,
like you have to still try and hit your incentives."
Hey, man, look,
they could be assholes like that.
Hey, if you're out here playing with boars and shit and getting your ankle messed up, you have no room to talk about incentives.
I agree.
This is facts.
Your mind's not in the right place. But yeah, with the Yankees, you just gotta hope the bats come through. Judge and Stanton will be.
Stanton's been looking good, man.
I think they're the X factors in this series if they can come through.
X factors, because you know what LeMahieu's gonna do. You know what Voit is gonna do. You know what Gio's gonna do. End of the day, this falls on Stanton. This falls on
the 9 spot is nice.
You know what I'm saying, and I think like up and down, like now that we're at full power, we're at full capacity. I don't know. And this might be fan bias, but you telling me a lineup with Judge, Frazier, Giancarlo, Voit, Glaber, LeMahieu,
and Gio,
and
Hicks.
Hicks
gonna get on base regardless.
Yes, Hicks.
He's probably not gonna hit the ball, but he gonna get on base.
That's a fact. He gets on base a lot. And then with the pitching that we have, the only thing that makes me nervous is the bullpen because I feel like Chapman has not been in that many high leverage situations this year.
As far as I'm considered, Ottavino's cheeks.
And yeah. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see. But like I said, with the lineup like that, I just can't bet against the Yankees at all. I think it's gonna be at least. It's
so. Did you bet against the Yankees?
Huh?
Did you bet against the Yankees?
Oh no! I wouldn't bet against the Yankees. I don't think. Do I think we're gonna win the series? My pessimism of 2020 is telling me that we won't, but I'm really hoping that we do.
No, I was asking if you put money.
No, I'm not touching this series. This is one of those. It's like, nah, you can't touch.
Honestly, I can't even really. I don't think you can really touch any series. Like it's maybe the Dodgers series.
Yeah.
Outside of that,
everything else.
The playoff
is like,
seems really wide open,
right? Because you got the Dodgers versus the Cardinals. Like it's a lot.
Sports are at its best.
I mean, that's the Dodgers. I mean the Padres versus the Cardinals. It's gonna be. You got a lot of great series.
Like look at the AL. Can you honestly say any team is that much better than like the rate between the Rays, the Athletics, the White Sox, the Blue Jays, the Indians, the Yankees, the Astros? Can you honestly say, aside from that, I mean, the Astros are probably the worst team in the bunch, but outside of that, can you honestly say any of those other 7 teams are significantly better than another team?
It's any given day in baseball. Anybody could throw a perfect game. Any ace could have a bad day. So
did you see the graphic for the Astros? Like their averages for all their best players?
Nah.
It was literally like, damn, when you see that you actually needed the trash cans.
Yeah.
Because like all of their normal stars trash this season.
Yeah. I mean, I think Brantley's been playing okay though.
But relative to how they were previously.
I think Brantley, but Brantley wasn't on the 2017 Astros, I don't think.
I was gonna say, but Brantley's historically a good hitter.
He was on the Indians, so not to say Springer, or maybe I meant Springer. I don't know. I have to look at it. But yeah, man, playoff baseball is here.
Buddy. If I had to pick my the favorites right now, I would say would probably be, if I had to pick a favorite from each league, Dodgers in the NL, and I'd probably say the Rays in the AL. And then my sleepers, I'm going White Sox in the AL, and I'm going Padres.
Padres is 1000% my pick. It's crazy because obviously it's 1 seed, 2 seed I mean like not 1 seed. It's first place, second place in the playoffs this year, meaning that like the first place teams in all the divisions get the first 3 seeds, then the second place teams. But the crazy thing is the Padres as a 4 seed have a better record than the 2 and the 3 seeds because they're in the same division as the Dodgers, obviously. So that's why for me, I don't know, man. I think the Padres come out of the National League, and even though Clevenger got hurt, their batting power is ridiculous.
Take the unders in every game, except for maybe that White Sox. Who the White Sox are playing? Who?
The Athletics.
Or maybe take the over in that one. Yes. But like everything else, take the under.
Take the under. Yes.
Yo, oh my, runs are going to be at a premium this offseason.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, maybe we could actually get some baseball fans.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up. We'll come back to this next week.
Yeah.
If
the Yankees are still in it or not.
If the Yankees aren't in it, we're not doing baseball. That's just
yeah, right. Exactly. It's too touchy.
It's pretty fair.
But all right.
That's all we got for this week, yo.
Any parting words?
Follow us at Startup of Sports on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the videos, tell a friend and tell a friend. Follow me at Offender Narwhal on Twitter. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, man.
Celine Dion signing out.
Big facts.
Jonas Hasselman's bitch.
Jonas Hasselman.
How many rings? Count
3 so far.
3. Yeah, he was dead ass on all 3 Heat teams. This is fucking crazy. But y'all already know World Wide West checking out. Make sure y'all tip y'all local bookies. Make sure y'all y'all bets. Just make sure y'all stay safe. 1-800-GAMBLER. If anything, it's serious.
I can stop whenever I want to.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And don't take anything personally because if you lose your parlay and you take it personally, you might lose another one. So yeah, that's all I got. Black Lives Matter.
This has been fun. I enjoyed doing the lead-in today. First of many.
Until he gets lazy next week.
Until I get lazy next week. He's right. Man. And yeah, Black Lives Matter. Tip your waitresses and bartenders. You can follow me at J_Thomas_24. And yeah, let's go Yankees. Let's go Heat.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded. I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down. I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins.